Hi, Chris Walker here, and today I want to talk to you about self-leadership with visionary lifestyles. The first thing you'll see is that by 2018, visionary leadership will be the core of leadership. McKinsey's are expecting by 2018 there to be a glut of those people who didn't evolve into the new model of leadership and aren't visionaries. They'll be unemployed. So visionaries are different. They think different, they act different, they control their circumstances differently, and their connections are different. Let's look at those. Firstly, the way they think different is they think way beyond conventional thought patterns, and therefore they need universal principles on which to operate their thought process. Second thing is they're high energy people. Their intensity, their enthusiasm, and they don't tolerate, I was going to say fools, but really it's tolerate the mundane. Third thing is they control, and they have most powerful sense of the importance of the smallest fragment of detail. In other words, they're thankful for the small things, and they're also meticulous about making the small things right. And finally, they have a powerful network. And this is the essential strength of a visionary. Now, what is a network? Let's find out a bit later. So the visionary's focus is 25% of the time they're focused on creative genius, 25% they're focused on exceptional results, 25% of their time they're focused on inspiring other people, and 25% they're focused on play. Creative genius is not something you can grab hold of and wring its neck. It requires trust, surrender, immersion, distraction, and emptiness. So quite often a visionary will use meditation or sport or something that distracts them into a hobby or music or theatre or whatever it is that takes them out of their space. But actually that's where their genius is given birth to, because they're not in that space. They give the opportunity for inspiration to come through them, not from them. Exceptional results. So unity focus is the feeling that one has to be a visionary. What it means is that there are goals, there are visions, there are goals, there are monthly targets, and then there are daily expectations. And those daily expectations are where the visionary person chunks down their big vision, so they're not overwhelming, chunks them down into daily achievements. That becomes a self-rewarding lifestyle. So the experience of being a visionary is that the day is rewarding. The day rewards itself. Inspiring other people. So visionary people know that they can't give what they haven't got. So an uninspired visionary who's trying to inspire other people is a pretender, and that's pretty transparent these days. So a visionary person needs to remain quite visionary, and we've got things like the Walker-Chi process and the meditation processes that I've taught that engage this visionary and inspired part of the visionary. The next level is that they play. Now, adventures are the secret to keeping things fresh. If we keep going to new places, learning new tricks, dancing new dances, learning new language, we're also expanding our life. And this is the secret to keeping a fresh approach to old experiences, to make sure that life stays fresh and alive and vital, is to keep introducing new and different ways, different variables, different opportunities to experience adventure. Even the smallest thing can be an adventure, trying a different soup. So the visionary focus analysis, they spend 75% of their energy on mind rather than body. They spend 82% of their energy on the soft issues rather than the hard. They spend 32%, only 32% on self, and a huge 68% on others. They spend 60% of their energy on adventures and 40% on family. It doesn't mean they can't take their family on adventures, but the mundane operation of coming to a family and being conventionally driven by washing the socks and doing the laundry is not the lifestyle of a visionary. They hire people for that. So the strengths, weakness, opportunities and threats of a visionary are these. Their strengths: you need to ask yourself the question: what elements of a visionary life do you currently display from what we've talked about? What are the opportunities? How can you use those more? The weaknesses are: what elements of a visionary life do you not currently display? And finally, how can you learn and apply those elements that are missing within 6 months? Because if you don't, you're going to be left behind. So let's talk about self-leadership for visionaries. The daily routine. There's 3 elements of a daily routine: mind, body, spirit. For the mind, a visionary works on their 4 top priorities. They evolve their judgments, because they know that to get stuck in a judgment is to get stuck in the past. And they're continually going through the process of organize, supervise, and deputize, which means that they organize their work, they train somebody in it, and then they, it's what's classically called the last step is delegate. The second step is body, daily routine. 3 minutes of HIIT cardio, they eat slow carb diets, and they stretch regularly. And finally, the spirit. Walker Chi, which is communicating with the universe, affirming the future and the goals and the visions. Second part of the spirit is going out in nature and being connected to nature. And the final one is knowing a vision, an inspiration, and a purpose to life to give it all meaning. Let's talk about the long term, the monthly routine. Mind, make sure that the visionary will link their goals, their monthly goals, to their daily tasks. They reinvent themselves any time that they have frustra or a frustration. They reinvent themselves, and that's the whole Back on Track program, where we reinvent all 6 areas of the growth cycle. And finally, they keep an adventure a month up their sleeve and make sure that something fresh, they do something fresh and exciting each month they haven't done before, and they can do that with their family, their friends, or just alone. The second part, the body responds highly to romance, so making sure that there's a high degree of investment in that particular aspect of life. And if you're the partner of a visionary, then that's a really important interaction that you need to keep as a high priority with your partner. Challenge. The visionary welcomes challenge on a monthly basis, so they actually will challenge their body once a month to do something it hasn't done before. Go out on a limb, swim a bit further, run a bit further, jump a bit higher, drop their cardio a bit deeper into a lower heart rate. And once a month do a detox. My preferred detox is an apple cider water-based detox or lemon juice detox rather than a juice cleanse. But juice cleanses are pre-packaged, a little easier, and they don't require so much discipline. Finally, the spirit area on a monthly. Go into retreat for 24 hours every month, 1 night a month. Go away and just be alone. In that time, it's not about wine, beer, fun, TV. It's about isolation, and just spend that time without any disturbance, without any digital intrusions, no phone, no computer, no television. Make sure that wherever you stay or whatever you do, whether it's a tent or a hotel, they know you don't want to be disturbed for that period, and spend most of it outdoors. The nature adventure once a month, go and do something outside in nature that's exciting, challenging, and adrenaline causing. And finally, a mini vision session, which is basically a vision retreat. You can do that in combination with the 24-hour stay in the 24 hours, or you can do it separately. But each month it's really important to reinvent, re-engineer, redefine your vision, inspiration, and purpose. This is Chris Walker. Have a great day. Bye for now.